What's up guys, Get Milky here, and today I've got like the update for the fourth part of my Lord of the Rings Let's Play. I'm actually not playing this at the moment, I'm just recording the voiceover for it because I made another stupid mistake again, but this time it was to do with microphones. I actually have a USB camera microphone connected, and I did the audio with the USB camera thing instead of my new microphone, so the audio was quite bad quality, so hopefully this will have fixed it a bit. So basically I'm just gonna be talking over what I did, and I actually skipped a couple turns ahead because last time we actually lost against Lurtz, sorry, and this time we sort of caught up to him. And I've got the Rohan Riders, you can see at the bottom. I have 2 Lancer units, and then I have a skirmishing spear unit and a bow unit. So in a minute I will have clicked on the fight battle unit. As you can see there, the balance of power is more in my favor. So yeah, it's gonna be weird. I've never really done this before. I'm doing this in Sony Vegas, so I'm just sort of talking over what I'm seeing. I'm not really playing it live. So as you can see there, Lurtz, it's actually not the actual picture of the actual general, but oh well. And he's from Isengard, and he has 4 stars. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna load into the battle. So I'm sort of coming after Merry and Pippin from the film, and I love the loading screens here. I love the mod. It's so cool. It's better than any other mod I've seen for any Total War game, well, that I've played personally. Maybe there's some other ones out there, but if you've not seen it, I will still leave the link for the downloads. And if you haven't played it yet, or got it yet, go get it. It's great. So here is the deployment screen. Basically, I've got my heroes. I'm gonna put them up front. I can actually remember what I was even saying. I have my 2 skirmishing bow units. One of them throws spears, and it's quite annoying. And then I have my Riders of Rohan, and they're like the Lancer units, and they seem to do really well. So what I really did was I just brought my Rohan Riders to the side, brought my heroes up to the center, and then they were supported by the bow units. And I was actually saying at this point how annoying it was, because unlike in Shogun 2 where you just you hold the right click down when you're like sort of deploying your units and they will run, but on this I have to not only click on them where to go, I have to press H or double clicks, and I'm completely not used to that. So yeah, and you can see some of the Isengard units here. So there's I think there's 2 archer units, there is 3 Uruk-hai warriors, and then there's the bodyguard of Lurtz in the background, and you can see some of them here. I really like the bodyguard models because they've got the shields, the cool shields, and so I'm just sending my riders up. And without them, I would have completely lost like last time. You'll have seen in the last part, I just got owned. I may have hero units, but they can't defeat 1,000 men with just around 50 men. So, and I've got some more skirmishing units here, and they do quite well. They're actually good at melee combat as well. So I'm just gonna stop, and I'm just gonna sort of fire on these men. Then I've got Gimli up front. I'm sending my spear unit thing in. Also, somebody told me in one of my comments in the past couple of videos how to make your archer units attack and melee, and you hold the alt key. So I'm actually going to be showing you some of that, how you can actually use your archer units, your missile units, sorry, to do that. And as you can see here, I'm just sort of skirmishing back and forth. I've killed about 20 Uruk-hai by now. And I'm hoping the audio is actually quite good for this now, because I'm so used to having that muffled, horrible camera audio, and I was like, what the hell's wrong with my mic? And then I figured out 20 minutes later what was wrong with it, and it was just horrible. But anyway, so as you can see here, I'm sort of using my calves to charge in and sort of batter into the Uruk-hai, and I've sort of stopped some of the units, made them caught with my Rohan Riders. And now that they're starting to run down, I'm going to send my heroes up. Now they are sort of charging uphill, but these hero units, they're meant to take a punch. And none of my Gimli's unit die, and they get something close to 100 kills. So yeah, they really did quite a lot. And as you can see here, I'm going to take my cavalry back into the enemy archers, because they are now unguarded by any infantry units. So as you can see there, Gimli's being just surrounded by Uruk-hai, but as you can see, he's just sort of fighting them off. And I'm putting on the abilities. And as you can hear there, that actually still really annoys me. It's that's actually Boromir's voice instead of Aragorn's. And as you can see there, I'm trying to take away Legolas because he's not meant for melee combat at all. Like him and his ranger units. Ranger units, his elf units. Sorry, keep forgetting. Aragorn's got the ranger units. So as you can see there, Gimli's units is just completely destroying them. And now that I've taken out his archer units pretty much, or weakened them at least, I can now use my cavalry to support with some hammer and anvils. As you can see here, this unit's about to run into to help and support, and then my 2 cav units are just coming in from behind and just smacking into them. So as you can see here, that's what's going on, and then I'm sort of moving my skirmishers away. So my micro is still not bad, especially for a single player campaign, not even multiplayer. So some of the Uruk-hai routed there, and I'm just sort of fighting off all the remnants. It's a lot harder actually doing a commentary when you're not actually playing the game, because when you're playing you can sort of make up stuff as you go along, but when you're talking through a commentary like this, it's not like a gameplay commentary on, you know, what your opponent's doing. You don't know what's going on for like 15 minutes. I'm sure it can get quite tedious. So at this point, I've routed the main army, and I've taken Gimli's unit, and they're just fighting off the rest of the Uruk-hai here. So all that's left really is some of the archer units and some of the bodyguards. So I'm going to cause another hammer and anvil. It's quite an awful charge, seeing as I just wrap them around. I think in a minute I'm going to choose my men. There you go. See, I just hit the Alt key and just chose my men to like attack in melee. So that's cool. Thank you for whoever told me about that. I was pretty clueless about that. And as you can see, I think I had some frame rate issues, mainly because I recorded in fraps, and I choose to record at a lower frame rate because YouTube doesn't accept frame rates more than like what, 30, so I don't record in anything higher than 30, but I'm more than sure that my PC can handle this game, so maybe by recording higher fraps will be a little bit better, but it sorted itself out. So as I was saying before, if you've not got this mod, I'll leave the links for the downloads in the description. I don't know if you need stainless steel. That's like another mod. It makes the game a little bit more realistic. But yeah, Medieval 2 Total Wars is quite an old game. I could play it on my old PC, and I could even play this mod on my old PC. So I'm sure if you don't have the world's best PC, or you know, it's just a home desktop computer that hasn't, you know, got any upgrades and not customized at all, you'll be able to play this. So you know, you might as well go ahead and download it. And if you've not got Kingdoms, get it on Amazon. Here in the UK it's like less than £5, about £3 or something, so it's a great deal. Or if you really wanted to, you could torrent it, I suppose, but I don't really suggest that, seeing as it only costs £3-4. I've actually not even played the Kingdom stuff, but oh well. So here's the battle statistics. You can see I can't really read most of that, but I can see that Gimli inflicted more than 63, is it? 63 casualties, and none of his unit died. And then you can see some of my Rohan riders. One of them got 204 kills, and then one of my horse archers got like 165, I think it says. My eyesight doesn't serve me wrong. So there we go, and in a minute I'm just sort of talking through that. As you can see, it's not lined up properly. Third Age Total War. I love all the pictures they've got for a while. That's like Minas Tirith after the fight for Minas Tirith in the third film, and you can see Aragorn riding out. Somehow though, all the bodies of the orcs are gone. And as you can see here, after the battle, and I think I just let you guys read that, so I'm just gonna pause it. That's what I said in the actual video, so I'm just sort of scrolling down and let you pause it and read it. And yeah, so considering Let's Plays and stuff, I can just use this opportunity to talk about other stuff now. My next Let's Play actually will be Darksiders 2, and I think that'll be more like a weekly thing, like 1 or 2 videos a week. Maybe more if I have the time, because I don't really have much time to do these videos. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Darksiders 2. Comes out in a couple of weeks, and I really enjoyed the first one, so you'll see some of the gameplay for that hopefully on the first day and first couple of days it comes out, so I'll hopefully get some videos out. And regarding on uploading, the reason why I don't upload that much is mainly because I can't. I would love to upload lots, and I have tons of videos that I can upload. The fact is, it takes me all day. When you have the upload speed of like 0.2 Mbps, it absolutely sucks. It takes me like 7 hours for a Shogun video and like 4 hours for these Lord of the Rings videos, so it's not ideally suitable for me to upload all the time. I would have to be doing it day and night. And I really don't want to do that, because that means when it actually finally uploads, it's not actually a suitable time. It could be either really early in the morning or like the middle of the night, which isn't good for anybody really, because it won't show up. So as you can see here, I'm sort of moving Frodo, and at this point, I was sort of figuring some stuff out, because here's chapter 8 missions. As you can see, Gandalf's there. At this point, what's cool about this campaign is as you can see in the background, there's some of these like question marks and stuff. They are actually side quests, and some of them relate to the film. I don't know if the other ones do, and I'm trying to keep true to the films and books, so I'm not trying to do all the side quests. I'm just trying to do the most vital, important ones, as well as the main quest lines. But so as you can see, I'll be showing you at the moment. There's some question marks. There's one up top there next to Merry and Pippin. It said something in the notes that you can actually tell by looking at the agents, and I'm like scrambling around going, what? How did I do this? So I found out how to do that in a minute, and I got given some coins from the nobles and stuff, I think. So at this point, Gandalf was returned, because in the film he returns as Gandalf the White, and he is brought back to us, and he's only got 10 men in his unit. As you can see, that's some of the side quest stuff, and I'm not really going to focus on that at all. And also, if you can hear some sort of like weird noises in the background, don't worry, it's just my girlfriend. She's playing Minecraft. She's dying, I think, or something. No, she's not. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. So at this point, I lose my Rohan Riders, which I was quite disappointed at. I really wish you get to keep them, but I suppose it's just like film. And I accidentally take Merry with me, or Pippin. Sorry, I keep forgetting that. I keep mixing them up. And I was like, oh cool, so you can see some of the stats. You can see a little bit about the background of these characters. I haven't actually had the time to like read them out and look at them properly. I really should. I don't even read some of the stuff that's said, because I basically just sort of know it off by heart, and because I've seen the film so many times, I know generally the plot of what's going on.
My lord.
So at this point, I'm just gonna peel Gandalf off this main unit part, because there's like a bunch of side quests that I need to do. So I need to take him to Edoras to get his quest, and then Aragorn has a quest, as you can see. And last time what happened was I recorded to this point, and then I didn't have a clue of what I was doing, and I didn't realize that you could actually see these missions. So as you can see here, new missions, Merry and Pippin, these side quests will go on. And so this is actually to do with the film. This is the part where Merry and Pippin are stuck in Fangorn Forest, and they get picked up by Treebeard. So in this, you have to wait for him 7 turns. I think that's what it says in the objectives at the bottom. So that's what I'm trying to do here. And I think I'll be moving Aragorn in a moment. So yeah, I really like this quest line, and it's a really unique campaign. Because there's nothing like any Total War seen before, and the people who create this mod should be really pleased with themselves, because it is just really quite awesome. So I keep forgetting. I'm going to take Pippin back in a second. I keep forgetting. And at this point, I think I find out where I can see the agents tab at the top. That's where you can see your mission objectives. See, they're like question marks, and they're like sort of weird orbs and stuff. Just represents how hard it is. It's difficulty. So Frodo quest, Thilian. Last time I saw this as well, I think it's like an ambushing mission, which is quite cool, and I completely missed it. So I'm gonna try and rectify that mistake this time. And then I could finally see the Merry and Pippin quest, and now you can see what you have to do. So it says wait for the Ents to appear. So that's pretty cool, and I think you get to take over Isengard after that.
Yes, my lord.
So at this point, I think I'm close to ending this video, because I want to prepare myself for these sort of side quests. So here's Edoras. This is the main capital, and I actually think I show you some of the cool Rohan music that's iconic throughout the films. So yeah, there you can just hear some of that stuff. And I still keep forgetting to take Pippin back, and so I finally move him out. At this point, yeah, so Merry's just gonna stay there. End of turn report.
Yes, my lord.
Quest lines and stuff. So at this point, I think I pretty much stop here, and I'm just gonna show you like some of the land. So that's Ithilien. That's where Frodo meets Faramir, and this is where I was talking to you about different parts of Middle Earth. and I think I was just telling you how the story was updated from the start. So I don't know what's happening here. The video's actually stopped and cut out, and I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so basically what happens here is we show you what Frodo does from the start and how the Fellowship starts. So yeah, that's Gandalf, as you can see. And then as you can see, he's Gandalf the White. He's come back to us like that. I'm finding this really hard to talk over something that I've not actually recorded live. So I kind of like rambled on for 15 minutes, but I'm not going to upload the other audio because the audio sucks and it's terrible quality. Hobbit Guard, yeah, it says something about keeping the hobbits in arms and hobbits to protect it from like enemy marauders or something bad. There's none. And I'm just showing you where we've come from. That's another Merry and Pippin quest, but I'm not going to do it because I don't think it has anything to do with the films. So it's not going to be that interesting. If I do run into these quest lines and they're not like miles off the map, I will do them. And if there's a specific one that you want done, you know, just tell me. If you want me to do more side quests, just leave me a comment and say you want more, and I will bring you more, I hope. As long as I haven't just pre-recorded and stuff. And I think this is where I end it. I can see that the tab thing's just about to stop. So
your orders, my lord.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'm just sort of waving around the map now. I think this is where I stop. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Sorry, that's mucked up. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. So yeah, see you.